Welcome back to The American Dream. In season 2, one of the things that's so exciting about this is we're not just talking about businesses anymore. We're diving into the personal stories of the business owners, the personal aspect of growth, ambition, and really whatever this American Dream thing is that we all keep talking about is what I love about it.
And I think that's my favorite part. Being able to help host these segments, you get to find out who people really are. And I think having the shift now, being out here in the real world where it actually happens, you get to dive into people's story just a little bit more, see where their passion comes from, see what they do every single day. It makes sense. Why didn't we do this earlier?
It's a good question.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted. One of the things about a company like ours is, as we're showcasing the American Dream, we're also learning about the company itself, right?
Absolutely.
So I think listening and learning is what really makes entrepreneurship and companies better.
Yeah. And then it catches like wildfire. So who knows who they're going to inspire next. And it's just, that's what entrepreneurship is all about.
Absolutely. Being in 23 cities with New York City right now is such a huge accomplishment. And we're going to film today's show at Bootlegger is great because Errol, the founder himself, actually came from very small beginnings and became something really impressive. I cannot wait to meet him.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. Let's go meet him.
All right, let's do it.
Hi there.
So nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
Oh, congratulations, brother.
Thank you so much, and welcome to Bootlegger.
Thank you. I mean, we just talked a little on the way here, but congratulations on your success.
Thank you so much. Well, I wish I could take it all, but we have a great team here, so.
Tell us about this establishment. Like, what was the idea? You call it Bootlegger, you had it on this corner. I mean, what was the concept?
Well, the great thing about Bootlegger, it's just a culmination of a lot of things.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you knew this, but there was 2 other businesses, bar restaurants that were here prior to us, but we just hit it really well. My partners, all coming from the bar industry, really wanted to do our own thing, and we just happened upon this and really brought something special to this corner of the neighborhood, and we're just been excited to have it.
Very excited about today's power interview coming from the Robbins family, a name that everybody knows. Jairek Robbins with Jairek Robbins Companies is a performance coach. Going to talk to you a little bit about his story, but also empowering your American dream. Jairek, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. Nice to see you all.
Yeah, you got a hell of a story. So you had less than a week left to live while you were doing charity work. Real quick, tell us that story.
So I was working teaching organic farming in a village over in Uganda, and I got malaria twice. There was no running water, no toilets, no electricity, just rural farming village. And we were teaching them how to retill the land that had been poisoned by some illegal pesticides that were sold to the local farmers there. And so in the work, malaria was rampant. And so I got malaria. And I remember sitting down at 20 years old thinking, A, that was not the plan. That was never what we wanted to accomplish. And then B, the concept of what am I going to do? Like, I can't get home to see my family. My bucket list seemed to now fade away because how am I going to buy a house, start a business, finish school, and do all the things I wanted to do? And then what it really came down to, if I was going to have any chance at having some type of dream life in that moment, I had to redesign what my daily life was going to look like for these next 6 days to figure out how to make it a life that I lived fully, I loved deeply, and hopefully I did something that mattered far beyond my physical presence here on this planet. And so that became the goal. I called it, designing my ideal day, which was how would you design the type of day where if you died at the end of that day, you would high-five yourself on the way out and feel damn proud that you did it.
Well, pretty incredible story. What I love about what you're doing now is, we see online there's a lot of coaches and life coaches. You're niched in a unique way where you're a performance coach. So you work with entrepreneurs, business owners who already have their act together, but you're actually enhancing their performance. Explain what that means to you.
So it's really simple. We look at people who, like you said, they have their act together, they're doing good, but deep down inside, they know they could be doing better. And so we look at them and we look at them from a human standpoint and say, how's your sleep? You know, the sweet spot for sleep is 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep per night. If you're getting less than 5 after 2 days, you're considered cognitively the equivalent of being drunk in the way you psychologically make decisions and perform. So
Wow.
7.5 to 8 hours of sleep. And is it high quality sleep? Are you getting high REM sleep, which allows your glial cells to cleanse your brain and get the neurotoxins out? Are you getting deep sleep, which replenishes your body and makes you stronger and more capable and replenishes you for the next day? So we use a meditation device. It's a medical grade EEG scan of their brain every morning. I have a dashboard that I can see how well they're able to calm and clear their brainwaves every morning. So we know that they're able to stay aware of the chaos, yet totally focused on the task at hand. And if you can't do it for 10 minutes in the morning, I guarantee you can't do it throughout the day.
So what's,
that kind of
what's
stuff.
fascinating about this, Jairek, is you're not just speaking on stage and giving rah-rah around, you need to eat right, be healthy. You're actually measuring these things, and like a athlete, you're measuring performance and looking at the analytical things on this.
Exactly. We're tracking the data and we're looking at metrics and we're looking for what's real. My thought is I consider every one of our clients or people we work with as a performance athlete, just like an Olympic athlete. If you were to show up at Olympic training camp, the first thing we need to figure out is how fast can you actually run if running is your sport.
Sure.
So we put you on the track and we measure you. We figure out what your sleep looks like, nutrition, mindfulness. The one I didn't get to, which is interesting, is even your breath pattern all day. There's a little device that goes on your belt, tracks your breathing pattern, and it tells us when you're calm, when you're focused, and when you're tense. Now, people like to take pride. I've had entrepreneurs and investors and hedge fund managers go, oh, I'd probably break the thing. I'm so stressed. But here's what's wild. If you think of the 3 worst business decisions you've ever made and how much money you've lost, I guarantee it was from a place of being stressed and not calm or focused. And if I could prevent you from losing that amount of money just by helping you notice you're stressed and getting you to breathe and get back to focus, boom. It's amazing what it does for people.
Jairek, thanks so much for coming on the show. You got an incredible journey. I know the best is still to come with you. Thank you for sharing it on our show here today. We'll have you on again soon. Appreciate it, man.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. What better illustration of the American dream than Jairek Robbins? What a great story. All right, more of the show coming up next.
Wow, they're killing it in the market. Speaking of killing it, how you doing here?
Bootlegger's crushing it.
All right?
Yeah.
So I've been staring at this bell all day. What's up with the bell?
So funny story is when we first opened, as you can tell, there's a fire truck going here almost every 5 minutes. We wanted to do something with that. And at the same time, this new spirit came on board, called Fireball. I'm sure you've heard of it.
I love Fireball.
Yeah. So every time the fire truck comes around, we do this. $4 shots of Fireball, and the place goes nuts.
Hi, I'm Temple Blackburn with HomeSmart. Please join me for a tour of my Cave Creek Ranch home on the American Dream. Hi, and thank you. Welcome to my ranch in Cave Creek. I want to show you this beautiful, gorgeous territorial on about 10 acres here in gorgeous, majestic Cave Creek, Arizona. One of the things I really want you to take in about this courtyard are all the views all around us, gorgeous views. Today is a beautiful, clear day. You can see clear out to Tonto Hills. Also, you can enjoy coffee, wine, and all kinds of wonderful types of entertainment on this wraparound covered patio. Follow me and I'll show you what luxury in Cave Creek looks like. This is one of my favorite rooms in this home. Not only do we have these custom arched entry doors that are made of knotty alder wood, but you can see the beautiful Vikki beam ceiling, the gorgeous views from all around. There's patios out of every room of this property. You can go out there and have coffee there in the morning. There's a beautiful view off of the master that I can't wait to show you. Besides these beautiful slate floors, I think one of the things that I love about this room is this Colorado custom boulder fireplace. This wood is gorgeous, absolutely amazing. It was imported just to put right here. Take a look at this custom kitchen. We have knotty alder doors throughout, knotty alder cabinetry, and again, views galore. We have custom-made granite countertops. Also featured in the kitchen is a custom-made breakfast nook over there. Again, taking in and capturing all the beautiful views, because this is your eastern exposure, so this is where your sun is going to rise and bring in all the natural light that you're seeing now. This spacious master suite, here from this bed, you can see the views, again, out to Tonto Hills. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now out here on our private patio are, again, amazing, beautiful, gorgeous views. You're on about 10 acres of land here. So you've got another 5-acre parcel over here on this side that you can do whatever you want with, because it's its own separate 5 acres. All the properties that are in this area are minimum 5 acres. Do you know you can have 5 horses per acre in this community? That's a lot of horses. So not only does this master suite have its own private propane gas beehive fireplace, but it also has a very large walk-in closet and its own private office space. Now I've made suggestions that if you don't need a private office space on this side of the home, you can make this another master closet. It's pool time. We have a spillover into the pool, so you can come up here at night and watch the sunset and just take in the beauty that is all around you. We're on 10 acres of land, so as you can see back here, complete and total privacy. One of the things you should know is that over beyond those mountains right there is the Cave Creek Regional Park, which is ideal for hiking, biking, and horse trails. Although some people don't think garages are all that sexy, one of the things you should know about this one is that it's got a 12-foot entrance to an RV garage. Not many properties out here have that. So it's you can put your horse trailer in there, you can put an RV in there, or you can just, kind of put your boat or any kind of toys that you want, so that makes it kind of sexy. Now we also have very deep 3-car garage that I think you can also fit another little small car in and make it a 4-car garage. Inside of that garage is also another room that you can make into an exercise room, a guest room, or a fun room. So, amongst all the other wonderful, beautiful things that I've told you about this ranch property are all the horse facilities that are on here. Now, these horse facilities are located on one of the 5 acres where the house is located. So also take into consideration as another 5-acre parcel if you want to expand this. All of this are done with a commercial grade, high-end, powder-coated, non-maintenance material. So you really never have to do anything but enjoy it. Over on this side, you'll see we have the barn and the stalls and the corrals. They even have this beautiful place to bathe your horses. It's got its own water softener. And just so you know, this is all on its own private well. We have 3 stalls that are connected to their own corrals. And there is high pressure Nelson water system, which is a commercial grade water system that's in here for your horses, as well as these wonderful misting systems, high grade, high end commercial misting systems to keep you and your horses cool when you're down here. One of the other fun things I'd love to show you is this little contraption. Genius, absolutely genius. Watch this. Isn't that a great feed room? It's a great way to connect your horses here while you need to brush them, clean them, take care of them. What you'll also notice about this room is it's plumbed for its own bathroom, and it has a water softener on the watering system that's out here. Again, they thought of everything. All of these rooms have solar tubing, which is great because it brings in all of its own natural lighting. As we leave the barn, one of the other things I'd love to show you is the wash rack. As you can see, you can have 2 horses up here and bathing them at the same time if you wish, which is, I think, again, they thought of everything. We have views of Black Mountain over there, not to mention this property that's right here, adjacent to this one is the other 5-acre I'm talking about. So you can add on to this property, or you can build a whole nother home there. So you can have a compound property. It's got its own address, its own 5 acres, and it's all of its own majestic views. And privacy galore. So So details about this home, you're looking at about 3,400 square feet. It has a master ensuite with its own private office with built-ins. In addition to that, you have 2 other bedrooms that are also en suites on this side of the home. So you've got a nice, beautiful split floor plan. There's also a room that is located off of the garage that has been utilized as a second office. It's a very large room that can be used as a playroom, a game room, or anything that your heart desires. It can also be utilized as an additional bedroom for guests. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to show you my Cave Creek Ranch property. If you need any further information, I'm Temple Blackburn with HomeSmart for the American Dream.
Well, Errol, that was an awesome segment.
Yeah, that works.
But you know what's even more awesome?
What's that?
Tom Cruise and cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I got a little Tom Cruise in me.
Well, let's see what you got, Tom.
Okay.
Oh, that was actually awesome.
Welcome to the American Dream. Excited to introduce once again Carol Royse. She is the CEO and founder of the Carol Royse team, and a special treat today, she has brought Vikki Middlebrook, another luxury specialist, on her team. Great to see you both.
Great to be here, Amy.
Now, I'd like to brag a little bit. I want to point out so that our viewers realize that Vikki is an outstanding, seasoned luxury specialist, but she is also your daughter and learned very well from the master. And I'm so excited to talk to you both today about this great topic.
Yes, Vikki is. Vikki and I have been partners for 25 years.
That's right. So then from your perspective with both of you, is selling and working with luxury clients different? Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
When you have a luxury seller, there's more marketing that goes into it. There's attention to detail for the buyer when they're selecting the home online. The buyers are wanting to see the features. They're wanting to see the description. What's the lifestyle going to be like? They want to paint that picture. Many of our buyers in Arizona are coming from other places around the U.S. and different parts of the world.
Well, and I think Vikki's absolutely right. So as much as anything, when you're selling a high-end home, you are selling a lifestyle. And you must communicate that to the prospective buyer. So you've got to know what the high-end finishes are in that property to be able to explain and show and get a buyer excited about it. The community, the lifestyle in the community, restaurants, entertainment. It's much different, Amy, than selling a starter home or a first-time buyer home.
I would imagine you have to really present the entire package. Like you said, from the finishes to the communities. Give me some other examples of what you've had to become an expert in order to really meet the need of this luxury client.
Yeah, like the lifestyle. Are there private golf courses? What are the amenities within the community? How close to the private airports, the public airports? They have a lifestyle where they want to jet and go. So many different lifestyle features.
And one thing that Vikki and I do, we will go to, let's just maybe a high-end finishing store that sells high-end countertops, appliances. And so we're constantly educating ourselves to the latest trends that high-end buyers are looking for in today's market.
That is so wise, and I'm sure that your clients really do appreciate that. You guys go above and beyond. If you could tell us now, what is going on right now in the greater Phoenix area with the luxury market?
The luxury market, it's doing amazing things. We're seeing some record sales. We're seeing a lot of homes over that $2 million price point selling, and we're on track to have a phenomenal year this year. I think we'll beat what we did last year, and we've been just seeing this increase year after year the last few years.
And we're also staying pretty darn consistent with our days on market. In some markets, we're seeing the high-end market. The days on market are getting longer and longer, but we've been staying pretty consistent in the greater Phoenix area with about 160 days or 6 months on the market. Some sell much quicker than that, but we're just seeing a healthy activity and a very healthy interest in our high-end market in the greater Phoenix area.
I think that is exciting. That's got to be fun to see that continuing to move and grow, and you know, sellers are happy, buyers are happy. You guys, do you have a luxury property right now that's listed you'd like to share with us?
We do. We have 4721 West Credence Boulevard, and that's in Glendale. And unbelievable mountain views around this property. From the moment you walk in the front door, you see the glass rounded windows with the mountain views, and it's just an amazing property. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 5,300 square feet, custom built home, quality finishes. Architectural design is amazing with the ceilings to the custom stone flooring throughout the home and the chef's designer kitchen. The backyard, this lot sits on an acre lot. The backyard has an unbelievable swimming pool, spa, sport court, putting greens, lots of area for kids and pets to play.
Oh, it just sounds incredible. I'm so excited you guys came on today. What a dynamic team you are. You're such an asset to everybody there in that market in the Greater Phoenix area. And thank you so much for being a partner with us and an expert on the show today.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank
Nice
you.
to be here.
Great to see you as always. You're watching The American Dream.
And one of the cool things about the American Dream is everybody has their own interpretations of it. While we're at your bar, you have all these great patrons here. I thought it'd be fun. Why don't we ask these patrons what their version of the American Dream is?
Hi guys.
Hey, how you doing? Right. So, you volunteered. What's your version of the American Dream?
I think my version of the American Dream is being able to pick your passion and being able to follow it until you make something that you've created in your head for so long come to fruition.
What's your interpretation of the American Dream?
You know, I believe if you have a dream, you go for it, you achieve it, and you kind of put it out there. You gotta put yourself out there. That's pretty much it.
Live and laugh with friends and people that you meet each and every day.
Being able to start from nothing and make something out of it, right? You're not stuck in any kind of box.
To laugh as much as you want.
Profound. Cheers. Thank you all so much for being involved.
So there you have it. Those are so many different versions of the American Dream. Right now, we're going to showcase one of the best brokers in your market. Check it out.
Hi, welcome back to American Dream. Our next guest is Amanda Todd. She's a broker associate, realtor, and national speaker at the Amanda Todd Group. Hi, Amanda. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks. Let's just get right into this. We're going to be talking about flipping today. So what is it about our current market that even though it's appreciating, that would allow people to still do flips?
Well, what's nice is that since it is an appreciating market, if you can find that cosmetic fixer-upper, people are willing to pay top dollar, especially if the project is done and they don't have to put the cash into it.
Okay, cool. Sounds great to me. But what should someone look for in properties that are easily flipped?
Definitely. So again, like I was saying, if it's just a cosmetic flipper, maybe it's somebody who's elderly and just hasn't updated their home in a while. Maybe it's somebody who didn't have financial resources to put into a property that they'd be willing to sell to an investor so that they could, you know, have the opportunity to flip it and really put some equity into it. It's really, really easy to find those properties, especially as you look at properties that have been on the market for a long time. Look for properties that are vacant, unoccupied properties, because a lot of times when people are paying 2 mortgage payments, they'll be a lot more willing to negotiate to get rid of that second payment.
That does make a lot of sense. But I was also wondering, so what are some things that make a difference in flipping a property that people easily miss?
It's really interesting. There's a lot of times when I go through properties that have been flipped with people and I think, oh, if they would have just done that, it would just make it look a little crisper. Little things like air vents, taking those down, cleaning those off, painting those, freshening up the landscaping. It's amazing what a little bit of bark can do. It's amazing what making sure that the lawn stays mowed. You'd actually be surprised how many vacant properties there are that the landscaping is just completely overgrown. And if somebody can't visualize what it would look like clean, which a lot of people have a hard time seeing past that kind of cluttered look, just those little things make a huge difference. Making sure baseboards are painted, making sure that the house is cleaned really, really well. The psychology in home buying is a very real thing, and giving a buyer that warm, fuzzy, organized, clean feeling when they walk in the door is everything.
So it's a lot of attention to detail and just making sure they can see themselves in that space too.
Right. It's really looking at it through the lens of a buyer, because most people know, you know, put granite countertops in, put in new carpet, put in new flooring, paint the house. a lot of investors stop there and they're really cutting themselves short. So it's really going that extra mile that really makes buyers want to have that house.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much for all that information. I know that's a huge topic that we hear all over the place. People are so interested in flipping. But thank you again, and it was nice talking to you, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. More of American Dream coming up after this.
We're back with a Mortgage Minute with Kelly Zitlow. She is the VP of Cornerstone Home Lending. Kelly, great to see you again.
Thanks for having me, Jen.
So Kelly, tell me the difference between an FHA loan and a conventional loan, because I think it's really confusing for most people.
It is. I think it's one of those things that to understand that there are a variety of home loans available in our country today, and they each have their own nuances. So specifically with regard to an FHA loan and a conventional conforming loan, some of the differences are FHA is backed by HUD. It allows for a lower credit score. It has a very low down payment option available on it. But how the mortgage insurance works on an FHA loan is completely different than how it works on a conventional loan. So conventional loans, the interest rate and terms are much more specific to the credit score, and it might be conceived that it could be a tad more difficult to potentially qualify for a conventional loan than maybe FHA. The waiting periods after things that have happened in lives, so bankruptcies, foreclosures, and short sales, are a little bit longer on a traditional conventional loan than FHA. So really, I think both programs are fantastic. And really, my advice is just to talk to an educated, experienced loan officer that really can better understand the unique circumstances of the buyer and take it from there.
Sure. Kelly, thank you so much, as always.
You're welcome.
Well, that was a really inspiring show. I think one of the cool things about this new season is the American Dream is going out in the field, and we're checking out business owners as they're doing some unbelievable things. Bootlegger here in California was a great place to have this show hosted. Tawny, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was honestly meeting Errol. I've been here so many times and just have no idea about the history behind it. It's just been coming and having great drinks and food, but to be able to know where he came from, and he never stopped, and he's still growing.
Yeah. And the drink?
And the drink and the broken butterfly is amazing. So yeah, I'm excited for it all.
Yeah, that's the fun part about this business, right? Is you have alcohol. I don't think you can do that in real estate.
Without it, where would you be?
A cause of and solution to all problems. Maybe not in business, but thank you everybody for tuning in. Tawny and I had a great time at Bootlegger here in California. Thank you to Errol, and catch you next episode.
Yeah.